country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I feel alive.
Brother Stogie, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, man. Good evening.
That's right.
It's a good night, then. It's a good night.
It is. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day to you too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you can see we're officially themed out. You were saying earlier here with our shirts.
Yes, tonight is the night where you are watching the Cigar Titans YouTube channel, and we will definitely allude to you that it is, lucky on all terms, and anything is possible.
Ooh, anything is possible. I like that.
Anything is possible, yes.
Well, we got some exciting topics to go through later on today, but you ready to get this one started?
Let's give it to him.
What's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here once again with my good friend Brother Stogie. Say hello to the people.
Titan fan.
You have found the most entertaining cigar channel on all of the YouTubes. You have found
The Cigar Titans.
That's right. Well, Brother Stogie, let's get into this intro and get it started.
One more time. Let's give it to him.
Welcome back, everybody. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, well, as Brother Stogie said at the beginning of the episode, we've got some stuff on the table here we're going to be sampling today.
Yes, here we are.
Yes, and I know what the Titan fam's thinking. We'll get into this a little later, but it's like, how does all this tie into St. Patty's Day? Well, Stogie's got a surprise for y'all later.
I do my research, y'all.
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? And at first I was like, hey, let's just have a black ass episode and bring Hennessy on the channel. Because it is what, January, February, it's March. And we have yet to pair a cigar with a spirit.
That's right.
And I don't think last year we did much of anything regarding cognacs.
I don't think we did any cognacs, yeah.
So I think it is only right for us to bring cognac on the table because we have a lot of OGs.
That's right.
Cognac is like an OG spirit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like your VSOPs, your Remy's,
Yep.
your Martells, and your Hennessy's.
Yes. Now, I've had cognac before, but I haven't had what's sitting on the table today.
You haven't had Hennessy, so I'm gonna give you a prep before we taste this. I'm gonna give you a preface.
Okay.
All right. So my thought was, and I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day, but I just wanted to introduce you to something because Hennessy is like, how can I put this? Hennessy to black people is like what Jack Daniels is to white people.
Makes sense.
Make sense?
Yep.
Or to keep it holiday specific, Hennessy is to black people as what Jameson
Okay, there you go.
is to white people.
Now you're speaking my language.
I got him now. You know what I'm saying? You will find Hennessy in every hood establishment in the greater Los Angeles area. And they even have the nerve, because I remember me and the wife, we went to a rooftop event. Remember?
I remember when you were telling me about that.
We went to a rooftop event. They said it was going to be spirits and cigar. We talked about this last year's episodes. But the only spirits they had were Jameson and Hennessy.
Yes.
Right? So I was like, damn, man, I don't drink Hennessy because I don't drink Jack Daniels.
Right.
Because that's like the starter cigar for most folks. But they was charging folks Hennessy for a fifth, $25 a glass.
$25 a glass for Hennessy?
For Hennessy.
Holy shit.
Now, mind you, this bottle here I bought for $25 itself.
Right.
The bottle was $25.
Well, I mean, I'm always expecting to pay a little bit of a premium whenever you go out and you order drinks, but to pay for an entire bottle in just one,
Tell me about it.
like, that's insane.
Tell me about it. So, I mean, I figured it was only right, especially as you've never really had Hennessy.
Yep.
This is two tiers. You got the beginner level Hennessy, and then you got the step up from now on, which is the Hennessy VSOP.
Okay.
And we'll get into what the VSOP is when we get to that bottle.
Okay, before we get into the first bottle,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about what we're smoking.
So I am smoking, let's see, this is the Padilla Hybrid, and only right that it is, got that nice, beautiful green band to celebrate St. Patty's Day. You know what I'm saying? Nice medium stick right here, nice and short. To go ahead and enjoy for today. What about you?
I like that. Well, I think this one's actually been in the humidor now for probably well over a year. I believe this one came in one of our luxury cigar club boxes last year. And this is by Alec Bradley, and this is their black market line, the Filthy Hooligan, and it's a barber pole, as you can see there, with Habano and Candela wrapper mixed in. So going to be a little sweet and a little spicy, I think, with this one.
So for those of you who don't know, the Candela wrapper is your light green wrapper.
Yes.
That's going to give you the more of the fresh, cut grass green notes. As compared to your barnyards, your manure notes that you usually get from those.
And earth tones and stuff like that. You're not really going to get that from a Candela wrapper.
Exactly, especially because the curing process is a lot shorter for the Candela wrappers.
Yes.
So usually those are speed cured to get that kind of sweeter taste from the tasting notes from the Candela wrapper.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, if you've ever had a full Candela wrapped cigar, you know exactly what we're talking about. It's very heavy in those grassy notes. You can definitely taste that. It's not for everybody.
Right.
You know, so if you haven't had one, I definitely recommend you try it out, see if it's something you like. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes.
Every brand has one. Alec Bradley has one. I know Foundation Cigars has one.
Oh, I heard some news about Foundation Cigars this week.
Oh, you did?
I did.
What let's
start with the drink.
Go ahead. And you tell the story
Okay.
while I'd be a gentleman and pour us a drink.
I appreciate that. So this week I was perusing the Instagrams, and a buddy of mine reached out to me via Instagram and had mentioned, so for those of you who've been watching the Cigar Titans for a long time now, you'll know that one of my favorite Foundation cigars is what, Brother Stogie?
The Candela?
No.
Sorry.
The Wise Man Maduro.
Got it.
So the Wise Man Maduro by the Foundation Cigar Company is actually, I think, probably my favorite of their entire cigar line. And I've been smoking that one now for probably about 2 or 3 years. It's an absolutely stellar, fantastic cigar. But a buddy of mine, actually a mutual friend of the show, Cigar Show Tim, reached out to me to let me know that Foundation Cigars is no longer going to be producing the Wise Man Maduro as a part of their Foundation cigar line.
Really?
That's right. So they're actually canceling that line, that specific line of cigars. They're going to rebrand and do another one, but it won't be the same blend.
Oh.
So I was a little heartbroken about that, because that was one of my go-tos, you know, whenever I'm in a lounge or I buy a box of cigars, something like that. Absolutely love that stick. So I was a little heartbroken to hear that they were getting rid of it. I don't know what happened, if they just sold through their entire supply and they don't have enough to make it anymore, if they're...
It was a popular stick.
It was a very popular stick, or they're just going a different direction. I don't know, but yeah, they're not going to be making the Wise Man Maduro anymore.
So Foundation also makes a David and Goliath, which is also another great stick. Check them out, man.
All right, so this is the original Hennessy.
The original Hennessy. So just like everything else, y'all, you got to swirl some shit around and you got to sniff. Now sniff that and let me know what you get off of that.
I'm certainly not the Hennessy connoisseur, so if I don't get these notes right, forgive me.
But we are cigar types, motherfuckers.
Honey and a little oak. That's all I'm really getting right now.
What about that fruit that's in there? And think of maybe like a dark fruit, almost like a plum, cherry, those kind of fruits.
I could see that, maybe in the taste.
Got you. So the reason why I tell them that is because I did a little perusing on the history of cognac. See, cognac, when it's aged, it is aged and fermented with fruits all other than grapes.
So they use everything else but grapes?
But grapes.
Huh. Okay.
Right?
Let's give it a shot.
A little taste.
Actually enjoy it.
And
I wasn't sure if I was going to be a cognac fan, but that's pretty good.
That should get those dark fruit notes on the back of my tongue.
I like that.
You like that?
I like that. A little bit of a burn in the beginning. A little bit of a burn. But other than that, no. Very smooth. You know, very rich. Not too sweet. And it doesn't have that overbearing ethanol smell or flavor to it. It's a nice balance. I can drink more of that. Now, do you mix Hennessy with anything, or do most people drink it straight? That's a genuine question. I'm not trying to set Brother Stogie up. I don't know.
No, you can drink cognac as you drink any other bourbon or whiskey. You can drink it neat. Or you can set it up when you do a French connection.
What's a French connection?
A French connection is your cognac, which in this case would be Hennessy.
Okay.
A little bit of Grand Marnier.
Okay.
And I believe it's Amaretto. Give me the cup. My wife is going to kill me because she's a professional at this drink. But she makes that as a very nice soda drink. It is always mixed neat.
Okay.
Never do that with ice. Back in the day, you would mix Hennessy with Hypnotic.
What's Hypnotic?
So Hypnotic is a liqueur. It's blue. It's a blue bottle. It says Hypnotic on the front. That was real popular, especially in the LA area, the hood area.
I've heard of it.
Amongst
I've never had it.
us. But when you mix Hennessy with Hypnotic, it turns green. And we call it turtle soup.
We're turtle soup.
Probably should have had that today.
I didn't even think about the shit. But yes, it turns like a real dark green. We used to call it turtle soup back in the day.
Okay.
So Hypnotic and all your famous old school 90s rap songs had Hypnotic and Hennessy in it.
That may be a future drink we have to try.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Never had the Hypnotic. So, Brother Stogie, I was thinking, came up with a topic for discussion today for Lounge Talk. And so went out to dinner yesterday with a girlfriend. Had a real nice time. And we got to talking, and we were talking about relationships. And we were
With
talking.
the girlfriend or with a girlfriend?
With the girlfriend.
God, okay.
The girlfriend.
I'm
The only
sure
girlfriend.
verbiage is correct.
The only girlfriend.
Okay.
And we were talking about relationships and dating and things like that, and what it's like being single, and what happens with single ladies when they go out with their friends and
Single ladies, all the single ladies,
right. I'm just setting you up. And one of the topics that came up was the subject of when women go out and men buy them drinks. And so it got me to thinking, because there was a situation years and years ago when my girl was single, and she went out to a club with a friend, and she was sitting at the bar.
Okay.
And they had finished off, 3 or 4 drinks between her and her friend.
Okay.
And they're getting ready to leave, and they ask for the check. And the bartender says, "Don't worry about it. The guy over there went ahead and paid for you and your friend and covered all your drinks."
Okay.
Right? So before I go any further, I wanted to get your thoughts on that. I wanted to get your initial thoughts on maybe just a random guy paying for 2 random girls' drinks. Is this something you ever did when you were single? Is this something that you think men should be doing? And then I'll share some of my thoughts and some of the conversation I had with her last night.
Is it something that Brother Stokey's ever done? Never.
Okay. And why is that?
Would I ever do it? No. Why would I spend my money that I prepared for myself to drink with and spend it on some random women that I don't even know? And I don't know the outcome of me buying those. Am I just a random guy with some money just to squirmish off? Hey, you too. I'll buy y'all drinks. Don't trip. I don't want nothing in return. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Right. So you assume then, I'm assuming that by your statement that if a guy buys a woman a drink or buys women their drinks, he's hoping for something in return.
There's an expectation of some attention in return.
Okay, at a minimum attention.
Attention, minimum.
Okay.
Some attention. That's why.
Go on, preach.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna expect you to come over and say, "Hey, thank you for the drink."
Right.
Be appreciative. I'm expecting to say maybe some conversation. Hey, what's your name? But I think that I have a little more game to where I don't have to entice you with my pocket first.
Right.
In order for you to get to come and talk to me, or for me to be able to walk over to you and spend a little game myself that doesn't require me to spend my money on you before you even get a word out of your mouth.
Right.
Because I could buy you a drink and you don't even speak my damn language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just wasted $110.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
Yeah, so my thought initially on it was, should a bartender ask a woman or ask a group of women for permission to allow somebody else to pay for their drinks before they let somebody else pay for their drinks. Because just like you said, in this situation, she said she wasn't particularly interested. She wasn't out looking. She was just hanging out with her friends at the time. And I know people are like, oh yeah, sure. Again, taking it at face value, right? And so if a woman is just genuinely not interested in having a conversation with somebody, my thought on this is, well, if a guy is paying for those drinks and the bartender's allowing this random guy to pay for this group of girls' drinks without checking with the women to see if that was okay, then this puts the women in a situation where they're almost forced to interact with this guy now, whether they want to or not.
From a business standpoint, you know what I'm saying? As a bartender, getting tips, I'm not going to shut him down and lose his money because I'm like, let me ask them first. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think he should ask first?
What for?
See, I'm on the other end of that. I think he should.
He's getting the money regardless.
Well, exactly. That's my point. So he's going to get the money regardless. He's going to either get it from the women, because unless they're going to run out of there and skip the bill, he's going to get his money anyway. But that bartender accepting the money from a random guy for these drinks puts these women in a situation that some women may want to be in and some women may not want to be in. And so you're forcing an interaction now between two people, whether these women want to have that interaction or not.
Okay, I'll throw it back at you.
Okay.
So I'm going through a Starbucks line.
Okay.
And I'm paying. I'm like, hey, look, I got their order behind me. Do you feel like that barista should wait and ask the person behind me if they should allow me to pay for their food, of paying it forward before I do it? Or should you just allow it to be a kind gesture? Because it could be just a kind gesture. But we've all watched, CSI, SVU plenty of times to know that sometimes Emma Flames might follow them home or something.
I think that might be taking it a little too far. I think if we're using the example of like a Starbucks interaction or any kind of a drive-through interaction, which by the way, I've done before, I don't think you should, the person behind the window should have to ask the car behind, because at least for the most part, there's no intent of expectation. There's no expectation that there's going to be any type of interaction. It's simply a kind gesture, and then you move on, right? I think if it's something that has to do with the intent of an interaction, then you're putting somebody in a position, and again, just like you said, instead of buying the drink, walk over and talk. Walk over and strike up a conversation. If they're not interested, not only are you saving yourself money, but you're going to know right away whether or not they're interested or not, right? And so I think if somebody's not interested, to force them into an interaction with you because you paid for their drink seems a little, I don't know.
But that can also be an assumption, because you might just be having a good ass day. You probably just won a lottery. Man, look, hey man.
I'm sure he did.
Those some bad mofos at the other side of the bar. I don't need nothing from them, but you know what? Hey, they just because they look great, boobs all shiny and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pay for their tab for them. You know what I'm saying? Then you might not even look at them.
Maybe.
It's an assumption.
It is an assumption because I don't know. The guy wasn't there. I don't know his intentions. But if I'm thinking about men, generally speaking.
Of course, the douchebags.
Not even douchebags. Like, I don't think all guys who buy women drinks are douchebags. I don't personally do it, just like you.
No.
I think there's other ways of engaging.
Some might be needy, some might be losers, some might be...
100%.
There's different type of men who do that stuff.
Absolutely.
It's not Brother Stokey.
I'm the same way. I don't buy drinks. I've never bought drinks unless I'm out on a date with somebody or it's somebody that I know. I don't buy random women I know drinks. I've actually had situations where I've been in bars and I've had women come up to me and say, "Oh, aren't you going to buy me a drink?" No, like, because you're showing me your hand. You're showing me your cards. Like, you're telling me right away, like, "Hey, look, this interaction we're having right now is transactional. And the only reason I'm going to talk to you is because I think you're dumb enough to buy me a drink, and I'm just not interested."
Or they could just say, "Thanks," and walk off with the girl.
They could.
You know what I'm saying?
They could.
I mean, bro. Okay, let's flip flop this shit real quick. All right, Titan Pal, we can flip flop this shit real quick. All right. So you got me and Cigar Titan sitting at the bar. You know what I'm saying? We had a casa. What was it called?
La Casa?
the music lounge in Vegas?
La Casa.
La Casa. We sitting at La Casa, the music lounge in Vegas. And we just sitting there having bro time.
Yep.
We dressed up like we were last time.
Yep.
Suit and tie.
Yep.
Looking ravishing as we do.
Absolutely.
Beers nice and motherfucking oiled. You know, shoulders just strapped in our shirts. And we just chilling.
Right.
No intentions. But the bartender comes over and says, hey, the ladies pay for your bill. We don't want nothing from them. Is there do you think the bartender should have asked us if it was okay if the women paid for our drinks first?
Yes.
See, me, okay, this might just agree to disagree.
Do I think it would happen? No.
You know what I'm saying?
But but I got to be consistent.
You do. See, me, I'm like, hey, thanks. All right. Especially if they're not what we're looking for.
Sure.
You know, because that's the same kind of transaction that's going when you flip-flop it back. Mm-hmm. That might not be the engagement that they want.
Right.
That might not be the engagement that we want. So you
Absolutely.
you continue. Hey, appreciate it. You guys have a good night, ladies.
Yeah, I just think that men have a tendency to be a little bit more aggressive in their approach when it comes to communication and kind of forcing that communication. I think women are, one, I don't know that I've ever had a situation or a scenario where a woman's bought a drink for me in that type of a scenario, right? Where they didn't know me, they came over and just bought me a drink.
I have actually once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, do tell.
It was funny too, because I was actually at an Irish pub in Chino Hills.
It's the theme.
Right? And a girl actually bought me a drink then. I was like, well, what do I owe the honors? And she was like, you're just damn good looking. I was like, well, thank you. And that's as far as that went.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody asked you if you wanted the drink or anything like that?
Nope, she didn't want to take me to a hotel across the street.
Okay.
She didn't want a one night stand and nothing like that.
Okay.
She bought me a drink because I was good looking.
Interesting.
Interesting. Let us know in the comments. That was a lot that we just dialogued about.
Right.
If you versus intrusive, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Let us know in the comments right there.
Well, Brother Stogie, speaking about bars,
Yeah.
and speaking about La Casa and different cigar lounges that have bars and humidors and all these great things in there.
And people spending money and shit.
Yeah, maybe you're a business that is looking for some form of a point of sale system or a POS system to sell your cigars and your spirits.
That's good. Like any new upcoming brick and mortar
That's right.
cigar spot.
Don't worry, Cigar Titans have you covered.
Are you a current cigar shop owner or thinking of starting one from scratch? You're going to need some solid tools to really light up business. So you need a POS system specifically designed for cigar shop owners like you. Our pick, CIGARS POS. CIGARS POS is an all-in-one point-of-sale solution with features like age verification, carton pack inventory tracking, and automated ranking. Everything you need to run your cigar shop smoothly. Check them out to see how you can level up your cigar shop operations today.
So, Brother Stogie, let's talk about the next Hennessy we have here on the table.
So I've already been a gentleman and poured our next glass. All right. This is a Hennessy VSOP. So this is the next step up from Hennessy.
Is it me or is this darker than the original Hennessy?
Very much darker.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll explain to you why.
Oh.
So the fermentation process is the same. So fermented in fruits all other than grapes.
Okay.
Okay, but the process to be a VSOP is it has to be fermented in a cast barrel
Okay.
for at least 4 years.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that's what gives us is darker. This is
Yeah.
this is like a shit.
That's a dark brown.
Check this out, y'all. Just see that?
That almost looks like coffee.
Right? And that's not even, that's like almost like your thick, nice expensive bourbons right there that are that dark. So let's see. So VSOP, I kind of learned this from little perusing through, education facts.
Yep.
So VSOP stands for Very Special Old Pale.
Old Pale?
Pale.
Okay. Well, let's give it a try.
This one smells fruitier to me.
I can definitely taste the fruit more in this one for sure. This is definitely more of a full body flavored Hennessy.
This is nice.
Right. This is good, but this one 100% like full of flavor, smacking you right in the face.
This is nice.
It is.
This is that shit you like to pair with your cigars. Like, this is nice if you have like a mild to like a mild cigar, like your starter cigar. You do Hennessy off of. But if you are into your medium, maybe your medium plus sticks, jump to VSOP.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm noticing right off the bat is this very sweet, almost candy-like aftertaste that kind of comes in after you, probably about 20 to 25 seconds after you take a sip. You just kind of let it linger around on the tongue. There's a very sweet aftertaste there.
Almost like a dark candy almost.
That's very good. I'm surprised. I did not, I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to like Hennessy or any type of cognac, but this is good.
I got you, yeah. And this is that distinguished shit, y'all. So I got something for you, because today is St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Okay, we didn't really talk about St. Patrick's Day in its entirety, but we are just kind of connecting the dots as we smoke along here.
That's
all right? So I kind of did some, this is almost like reverse Black History Month. You know, usually during Black History Month, we will say a popular invention.
Yeah, we talk about something specific to the month.
You know, specific to the month, and the black person that created or invented that thing. But this is more so because, like I said, historically, Hennessy is, you know, prevalent.
Associated with more of the black
culture.
community. Yeah.
However,
and quite, you know what?
Go ahead.
I know you say the black culture, but this is also incredibly popular in Asian culture as well. So I know ex-girlfriend was Cambodian, and Hennessy and cognac in general is a super popular drink in the Cambodian culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they love their Hennessy.
Okay. So the Hennessy Cognac Distillery, which is in Cognac, France, okay?
Yep, I'm with you.
Was founded by Irish
There it is.
Jacobite military officer Richard Hennessy in 1765.
Okay. How that came back.
How many unique rows through that one? You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I thought that was very dope.
So I got one last question for you
Yeah.
before we go. Why do you think Hennessy is so popular in black culture?
Honestly,
Yes.
my perspective, I believe it's rap and hip hop music.
Interesting.
I believe Hennessy was very heavily modeled in rap songs. Hypnotic and Hennessy, those two were very paired in many hip hop songs, rap songs, and in
Makes sense.
music videos, hip hop videos, rap videos. You see it, boom, you want to go ahead and flaunt it.
Right.
And if you were somebody, especially if you were hosting a party, you're supposed to have Hennessy there, some sort of Hennessy or cognac, but specifically for this episode, Hennessy. You needed to have.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe that is the reason. If Titan family, I got any other additions to that where you believe why Hennessy may be prevalent in the black culture amongst others, leave it in the comments.
Awesome. This was a great episode.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that.
Man, people love drink and people love cigars.
Yes. This was great. And who would have thought this would have all tied back into the theme of St. Patty's Day?
Right?
Damn, we're clever.
Good at this shit, ain't we?
Brother Stogie,
Yeah.
what should the people do?
Hey, I mean, if you like how we swing things here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we ain't swinging it for you, but we mean like this.
Right.
You gotta subscribe to the Cigar Titans YouTube channel. All right? If you like us pairing, if you want us to pair anything else, leave it in the comments. If we haven't covered anything in the previous Cigar Titan episodes, if there's any other cognacs, because we can do 2 or 3 series of this.
Yep.
We'll get it for you. Just make sure you don't put the Richard Hennessy bottle on there unless you're gonna send it to us, because that bottle is $3,000.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, the Richard Hennessy bottle,
Right.
is about $3 grand.
Whoo. Okay.
Yeah, so
We gotta try to get that on the show. Hennessy,
know-
if you're watching,
that part. Yeah, I'm damn sure gonna tag you on the IG page.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you watch it, send us a Richard Hennessy bottle. We go ahead and give a review for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you can catch any videos like that, or if they do send us the bottle, you gotta subscribe to the channel. And you gotta hit the bell notification so you make sure you get notification every time we post a video for y'all.
yes.
Like the video.
Yep.
Comment on the video.
Yep.
If this is your first time watching Cigar Titans on YouTube, please let us know which video brought you to us. As usual, live how you smoke how you live. That's smooth, baby.
We'll see everybody next week.
Anything is possible.